Never mind about playing fair.
There's no ship anywhere that can beat the X-49.
Yes, what is it now?
Sorry to interrupt you, sir, but Crater Eddie insists on talking to you.
That Crater Eddie's got a unique talent for calling at the wrong time.
All right, put him on. Eddie, this is the chief. If you're trying to wangle a ringside seat to the space race...
Ringside seat fiddle-faddle. I'm going to be in it.
You're going to be in what?
The race. That's what I'm calling about.
But you can't. You don't represent a populated planet.
I represent a populated moon, and technically a moon's a planet.
Populated?
I live here, don't I?
Well, yes.
That makes it populated.
Okay, if you can convince the Space Race Committee, go ahead.
I'll convince them, all right.
I'll switch you over to them. Hang on.
Miss Holcomb, switch that call from Crater Eddie to the Space Race Committee.
I like to humor the old boy. He'll never get that rattletrap of his off the ground.
Not him I'm worried about. It's those new designs that are being readied on some of the planets.
I understand Athenia has a secret design. They claim it will beat anything we have.
Don't pay any attention to those guys. To hear them tell it, you'd think they invented everything from weightlessness to baked beans.
They talk a lot, but you know they're a sneaky bunch. I don't trust them. And as I understand it, Taurus, you're flying your own design.
That's right, sir. Chris and I'll take the X-49 and Taurus, the supercharged C-138.
Taurus doesn't really think that he can compete in that walrus of his.
Now, lass, don't you sell my sweetheart here short.
I took a tow rope along, Chris, just in case he needs help.
Hear that, Taurus? If things get too bad, we'll let you hook on.
Hey, Charlie, you hear that?
I heard it, boss. When they fall behind, we can use the tow rope to bring them along. That way, we'll cover both first and second place for our team.
I see you got that co-pilot of yours well trained.
Old Taurus is a very reliable co-pilot, only he talks too much.
Attention, attention. Pilots, man your craft.
Come on, Chris.
Good luck, Taurus.
Participants in the 11th Space Classic are gathering. Earth, Venus, Jupiter, and Pluto are en route to the starting area. Contestants from Saturn reporting ready for takeoff. All fueling stations are on standby.
Planet Shamits. Oh, I'm going to show those amateurs what a real old-timer can do when it comes to racing these newfangled contraptions. Why, I'll beat their silly, streamlined tailpipes off of them. Clear the pad. Fuel okay? Fuel okay? Umbilical go? Umbilical gone. Ready for blast off? Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! 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 I said blast you.
Participants in the 11th Space Race Classic are approaching rendezvous. Only Athenia is missing as yet, though reporting to have his 3 craft ready for takeoff. Race will commence promptly at 0700 hours Greenwich at the Evening Star. Any entry not in position at that time will be automatically disqualified.
Meanwhile, on Athenia, some very unusual freight is being loaded on the racing ships.
Now, you understand, we win this race.
We have our surprises ready. They can't win.
I'll count on you fellows to fix up a few accidents where they count the most.
Attention. All Athenian race pilots, man your ships. All other personnel, clear the area.
As starting time draws near, the greatest variety of spacecraft ever assembled are heading for the evening star. Since this is to be a race of skill, many of the competing ships show emphasis on maneuverability rather than speed.
Professor Mace, everyone is approaching rendezvous point.
Starting flares are ready. It is start time minus 8 minutes.
8 minutes to go, Scott.
I guess that'll give Taurus time enough to catch up.
Always the comedian, eh, Skipper?
Hey, boss, look at 3 o'clock glow. Someone flying an oil derrick.
Well, Taurus, at least you won't be alone in last place now that Crater Eddie is with us.
2 minutes to go. Look, Scott. That's quite a sight.
Well, I see the Athenians made it.
Yes, with 3 ships, no less.
All participants get into position. 1 minute to go. Start minus 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 05, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jupiter, Earth, Saturn, Anthenia, Earth, Pluto, Moon, Athenian, Venus.
Gentlemen of the press, they're off and running. As you can see on this map, the first leg calls for a 3/4 orbit around the Earth to pass between Earth and Moon before leaving our gravitational field, and going on to leg 2, which takes them into the gravitational field of Jupiter. The race will test not only the speed of the vehicles, but the skill of the pilots and their ability to perform each maneuver with precision. The purpose of this race, as you gentlemen know, is to test the reliability of a variety of rocket designs under the most severe operating conditions. The finalists will be considered for that much talked about research and development contract, which involves one of the largest items in the current Space Council budget.
Look, Scott. Taurus is getting ahead of us.
What's the matter, Taurus? That stovepipe of yours running away with you?
Hate to say it, Skipper, but you haven't got a chance.
Could be. Except at that speed, you'll be thrown right out of orbit before you pass the moon.
Charlie here says different. Charlie, you sure you know what you're doing?
I never make a mistake. Here, I'll prove to you, boss. Boss, you made the mistake. Slow down or we'll hit the moon.
I'm sorry, Charlie.
point. Jupiter in the lead, followed closely by Earth's X-49 and C-138 side by side. Followed at some distance by Juno, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Mars, Venus, and way behind the field, the representative from the moon at a dangerously low altitude. He may be dragged into the atmosphere.
Eddie is trying gravity acceleration.
But that's dangerous.
Very. He's got to pull out just at the right moment.
That's it, Gravity. Keep pulling. That's good. Come on, Eliza, old girl. Don't get too hot. Just one more minute. That's up, baby. We'll show those miserable newfangled contraptions. Good girl. Now.
Is Greater Eddie trying to perform the dangerous gravity acceleration maneuver? Will his strange ship be able to develop sufficient thrust to let him pull out before it's too late?
Now, number 3, do your stuff. All right. Number 1, you know what to do. Now we'll see who'll win in the end. Latest information on the race takes the Jupiter ship out of the running, having overshot the orbit and passed on the wrong side of the moon. Now this puts Earth's X-49 in the lead, followed immediately by C-138. The representative from the moon is rapidly passing the field, and stand by. A new report just informs us that 2 of the 3 Athenian craft have altered course and apparently dropped out of the race. Number 1, set your trap and stand by for ignition as lead ships approach.
Scott, what's that ahead? Radar's picking up a signal.
I see it. There's not supposed to be anything there.
Skipper, are you sure you haven't drifted off?
1 minute for scientific analysis. Phenomenon on our course analyzed as cloud of 73% hydrogen and 22% ammonia with 1% sugar. Sugar? Put a stick in, we got a lollipop.
Charlie.
Sorry, highly explosive. Suggest extreme caution. No smoking.
I don't like it, Skipper.
Neither do I.
It's holding steady, right in our path.
Fire retros. I want to check on this before we hit it.
All right, Ship 1, it's your turn again.
They're flying right into the fire.
Ha-ha! That narrows the field. Now to the next surprise in our bag of tricks.
We've got to change course. This is murder.
But, Skipper...
Hold it. I'll solve the puzzle, boss.
Oh, stop rattling your bolts, Charlie.
Solution, make tunnel-like hole in the fire and fly through it.
Sure, with a shovel, I suppose.
Hold it, Taurus. He has an idea.
How do we dig a hole in a ball of fire?
If this were an oil well in Texas, we could blast it with dynamite.
You're a genius, girl.
But we have no explosives on board.
We do. Lass, I could kiss you.
Heaven forbid.
Taurus, pull ahead. Fire a delayed action explosive and...
And as soon as it blasts a hole, we scoot through. Hang on, Skipper. Here we go.
Just leave things to Charlie. He has a solution for every emergency.
Okay, you're a genius, too. Ready, Skipper? Firing 1 and 2.
Hang on, Chris. Here we go.
Hey, wait for me.
Hey, kick that cooling unit up. I'm roasting.
Humans are of inferior quality. Temperature 179 Fahrenheit. I feel fine.
Better get out in a hurry. You could fry eggs in here.
It's closing up behind us.
Come on, Eliza. Do your stuff. This is going to be a hot one. This is getting ridiculous. Be prepared, I always say. Hey, Eliza?
Oh, an unexplained series of mishaps. The field has narrowed down to 4 contestants. Still leading is Scott McCloud in his X-49. Number 1 and 3 ready as planned.
Say, Taurus, look straight ahead.
Oh, no. We're going to have to change course.
We can't. This asteroid belt is like a funnel. It's straight ahead or not at all.
And the spiders are right there waiting for us.
Stand by, Scott. I'll fix it for you. Well, Lizzie, old girl, here goes nothing.
Scott, what's he up to?
I don't know. But it better be good.
It'll never work. He'll tear himself to pieces.
Come, Lizzie, stick out your big toe.
Now, let's go.
Now, you miserable son of an Athenian.
Good old Crater Eddie. He saved the day for us.
Well, step on it, Dad. Scott McCloud is getting ahead.
Crater Eddie, you old dear, bless your heart.
Chris, finish line just ahead.
2 lead ships approaching, sir. Practically neck and neck. All other ships eliminated.
Very well. Oh, what a race this has been.
Hey, wait for me.
It's Eddie. Good old Crater Eddie. He's okay. And so, with the help of Crater Eddie, the evil attempts of the Athenians were foiled, and Scott and all his friends returned safely to win the race. Tune in again next time for another exciting adventure with Scott McCloud, Space Angel.